Hey guys, welcome back to another book overview video, and today we're going to take a look at the recently released Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past storybook, which contains a series of comic strips that were released during the Nintendo Power era I believe between 1992 and 1993. The contents of this book, they were basically made into a series that divided in 12 different sections, and throughout 1992 and 1993 they were being released monthly on the Nintendo Power publication. So this is basically a collection of that. So if you guys are Nintendo Power collectors, you know exactly what to expect and what you will find out inside this book right here. But for those of you that are not that old or have not been collecting Nintendo Power issues, this is the way to go. And it's pretty affordable. I think I got it for like 12 bucks on Amazon. It has a pretty nice presentation and cover here with the Master Sword, and the name of the author there is Shotaro Ishinomori, which is a pretty well-renowned comic book author and creator. And unfortunately, as you guys can see here, Amazon had a little bit of damage on this package. I thought about complaining, but whatever. It's well, it's not small. It's actually a pretty significant rip here, and it's kind of like bent here in the back. But essentially, this is what the spine looks like. It just has the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past on the spine, and in the back we have some art depicting the series and a little bit of a background. Here, if you open the book backwards, it has a little bit of a background about the author and about the comic book series. But let's just take a brief look at the contents of this. As I mentioned previously, this was serialized on 12 different parts back in the day. So as you can see here, you have 12 different chapters for those each portions. And as you can see, the art is pretty cool. It feels like a early 90s. I don't know if it's just me, but me personally, I do not own the Nintendo Power issues that this particular comic was featured on. My first Nintendo Power issue that I started collecting from was, I believe, issue 91 with Killer Instinct Gold on the cover. So meaning, you know, the Nintendo 64 era. So I do not have any of the Super Nintendo or earlier magazines from Nintendo Power. But as you can see, the this comic strip follows loosely the events of A Link to the Past. You know, here you have the initial part where Link goes to save Zelda. She basically contacts Link through telepathy, and then you find your uncle wounded, and so you proceed to save her and things like that. So again, it follows very loosely the events of A Link to the Past. There are a few newer characters that make an appearance in this comic, and it's pretty interesting to say the least. It's not the greatest. Like, as far as storytelling, it's a little bit cheesy, a little bit simplistic. It does follow the pattern of the video game, in which, for example, you have to at first collect the 3 pendants in order to get the Master Sword, for example. But all the events take place really quick. Like, you know, within the first 3 chapters, I believe Link already has the Master Sword. Here's him collecting information. Where does he have to go? And this is, you know, they tell him to go to the Lost Woods to get the Master Sword and things like that. So again, a very simplistic, a little bit, like I said, a little bit of a cheesy storyline to it, but it definitely has that, you know, early 90s charm to it. And so don't expect a great story. Don't expect even the humor is not that great, to be honest. But if you're a Legend of Zelda fan, this is definitely a nice piece to own in a collection, especially now that Amazon has it for, like I said, 12-13 bucks, something like that, which is a pretty decent price. And if you guys are collectors, you know, the Nintendo Power fans from back in the day, you can relive, you know, those memories, I guess, by owning this book. And I apologize for the glaring here. We have a new spot on the house to record my book overviews, so I don't know if it's working out good or not, but Yeah, this is basically how it looks. The art is pretty colorful, pretty early 90s, like I was mentioning. And again, there are some characters that do not necessarily follow the video game properly, but you know, it's bound to happen. You know, sometimes there's comic books or TV series or whatever other type of media these are featured in. Sometimes they add new characters and things like that, so that's to be expected. But for the most part, it is the core story of the video game. So I'm not gonna flip through the end because I don't want to spoil anything in case some of you have not played A Link to the Past yet, or in case some of you guys want to buy the book and obviously read it and find out by yourselves, you know, what happens towards the end. Because again, it's not set on stone. It's not the same as the video game. So again, a pretty good purchase in my opinion if you guys are big Zelda fans, or if you guys want to relive some of your childhood memories of flipping through Nintendo Power issues. So that's it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later.